Is your dog not looking at you and not wagging its tail? It may not just be fatigue, but maybe he is moving away from you. We think that every dog loves its owner, but the truth is that dogs cannot express their feelings in words, and sometimes the greatest distances are hidden in silence. It can be hard to recognize a lack of love, but a careful eye can see a lot. In this video, we'll show you how to recognize when your dog doesn't really love you. Together, we will explore 9 silent but powerful signs. Some may hurt, but each one can be an invitation to reconnect. Number 9. Barking or growling. Sometimes dogs can't put their feelings into words, but if you pay attention to their voice, you can hear that something is breaking in their heart. If your dog growls at you or barks for no reason, it's not necessarily an aggression. It could be a defense reaction. Dogs do not bark at their loved ones. Only if there is unrest in their hearts, they may perceive your approaching steps as a threat. Perhaps a rebuke from the past, or moments of being ignored may have wounded his trust. Remember that sometimes growling is not, "Don't come near me, you don't understand me anymore." To reassure her, choose silence instead of a harsh response. Be there for her, but don't force her. Number 8. Stretching when held. If the first thing you feel when you pick up a dog is not its warmth, but the tension in its body, something may be wrong. If your friend who normally relaxes at the touch of affection and leans his head against you is now stiff, your touch may not mean peace, but discomfort. And this tension is not just a physical posture, but an emotional signal of distance. When picked up, he pulls his legs tightly together, lays his ears back, or wants to get off immediately. All of these can indicate that contact is no longer a safe space for him. Just as someone you once hugged may no longer want to be hugged, your dog may sometimes be too resentful to accept your affection. So, what to do? Don't force it. The way to get closer to him again is to show your love without touching him. Sit next to him, speak in a soft voice. Number 7. Not listening to you. Not responding to commands. You call out to your dog, but he doesn't even turn to look at you. But there was a time when just whispering his name was enough to excite him. Because a dog is always alert to the voice of the person it loves, they respond not only to words, but also to intonation, emotion, rhythm. But it's not just fatigue or inattention that makes him no longer respond to commands. Sometimes it is a sign of a weakening of the emotional bond they have with you. Maybe your voice no longer evokes confidence in his or inner world, but indecision. Maybe you broke his heart one day in your impatience without even realizing it. And now, even though he hears you, he ignores you. Remember that a dog does not forget commands, but it forgets emotions. When he is offended, he closes his heart, not his ears, to your voice. That's why, be soft when you call. A come command is not just a call, it is an offer to bond, and sometimes rebuilding that bond starts with a whisper. Number 6. Comes up to you and walks away. Your dog comes up to you. Maybe for a moment it sticks its nose at you, but then suddenly he withdraws, moves away, or even turns his back. This behavior may seem insignificant at first glance, but it can actually tug at your heartstrings. Because when dogs want to approach, they do so unconditionally. But when they approach and then run away, it's a sign of an inner dilemma. I want to trust you, but I'm not quite ready. Maybe he now feels tension where you once played a lot. Maybe your tone of voice has changed, or you have offended him without even realizing it. The fact that he prefers distance to closeness may indicate that a shadow of distrust is looming over his feelings towards you. But the good news is that this distance won't last forever. Just respect her pace. When she comes near you, don't force her. Let her go. Number 5. Always in another room. He's in the house, but it's as if he doesn't exist. Does your dog no longer spend time in the same room with you but quietly retreats to another corner? This behavior is not only a desire to rest, but sometimes a quiet way of establishing emotional distance. Dogs often choose to be where they feel safest, right next to their owner. But if he no longer wants to see you, if even breathing the same air as you is too much for him, this could be a sign of internal resentment or emotional detachment. Maybe he felt neglected. Maybe there was something in your tone of voice that didn't sit well with him. Physical distance is sometimes the only way to communicate distance from the heart. But it's still not too late. Go to her quietly, respect her space, and just be there with your presence. because sometimes a bond can be rebuilt not with words, but with silent communion. Number 4. Refusal of reward food. You hold out your dog's favorite treat, but he turns his head away. That sweet snack that he normally jumps on with excitement now doesn't even interest him. It may not just be a lack of appetite, it may be a broken bond with you. Because for dogs, treats are not only an exchange of flavor, but also an exchange of affection. Everything from the owner is a confirmation for them, an expression of attachment. But if they no longer feel that connection, they may not even want your hand. This refusal is a silent sentence. I am not in a position to open my heart to you right now. But remember, every rejection is temporary. A little understanding, a little time, and a lot of love will be enough for your dog to trust you again. As long as you really want to see him. Number 3. Not wanting to play next to you. Isn't he the same cheerful dog that used to jump up excitedly when you picked up the ball and then bring his toy and drop it in front of you? For dogs, play is not just fun. It is the best way to bond and spend time together. If your dog is not interested in anything, does not react to toys, or does not interact with you, this may indicate a break in the bond of affection between you. The desire to play is a reflection of your dog's trust, happiness, and energy. And when that desire diminishes, it may indicate a void in his inner world. Maybe you were too busy. Maybe you neglected him unintentionally. But he may still be there, waiting for a little invitation to reconnect with you. Number 2. Tail wagging. If your dog doesn't wag its tail excitedly when it sees you, it may seem like a small signal. But dogs often express their emotions through body language, and the tail is like a mirror of their heart. A dog that greets you with affection moves not only its tail, but its whole body with joy. But if his tail is still when you approach, or even hidden between his legs, this may indicate that something is wrong in his inner world. Maybe he is resentful. Maybe he feels neglected. Maybe he is questioning his bond with you. The tail is silent, but it says it all. So watch him. If his excitement has given way to timidity, he may need attention. Sometimes a look, sometimes a touch, sometimes just sitting quietly next to him can turn the emotional distance he has been carrying into closeness. Number 1. Avoid eye contact. Does your dog used to look you in the eye but no longer does? Maybe he averts his eyes, turns his head away, or only looks at you for short moments. It may not just be fatigue or absent-mindedness. Dogs actively use eye contact to show affection. When you make eye contact, a silent but strong bond is formed between you. A moment of trust, a passage of affection. But if your dog avoids this contact, it may be a sign that he is emotionally distancing himself from you. Perhaps there is resentment. Perhaps there is a distance growing between you without you realizing it. Sometimes it can even be due to too much attention or not enough time. But remember, hidden in every escape is the desire to be seen. So don't avert your eyes from him/her. Before he or she can look at you again, he or she needs to understand that he or she is being looked at with love. Your dog may be telling you something, but quietly. If he averts his eyes, doesn't come near you, or ignores you, it's not a lack of affection. It's a call. The silent signs of a heart that wants to be understood. Don't force it. Just be there for him. Because sometimes a bond is rebuilt not by talking, but just by being there. Which of these silent signs have you noticed? Write them in the comments. Maybe a sharing will be the first step to getting closer again.